Hey there, Columbus. It is C-Bus Nathan. I am so excited to highlight another Central Ohio nonprofit, VoiceCorps. It is actually a nonprofit that my husband volunteers at every week. So without further ado, let's talk with Dana and Chuck from VoiceCorps. So we are here with Dana and Chuck with VoiceCorps. If you could both just take a second to talk about your role within this nonprofit organization and kind of what you do day in and day out.
Certainly. I am Dana Sims with VoiceCorps. I am the Marketing and Development Director. And what that means is I share the good news of VoiceCorps with our community partners, with potential listeners, with community leaders, as well as with our neighbors, friends, and other community members that want to know about what VoiceCorps does. And on the development side, it's just that it takes a lot to keep us running and to keep us up and going as an organization. So I reach out and ask for people to donate and contribute to the cause. Really joining in our mission is the best way for us to not just keep the lights on, but it's a way to keep the community engaged. So where, yes, every dollar matters, people, resources, support, and the commitment to share what we do matter too. So development is, yes, financial development, but it's also community development and developing us as an organization and community.
I'm excited to dive into that a little bit because we talked before this, so we'll hit on that here shortly. But Chuck, would you like to introduce yourself as well?
Sure. I'm Chuck Adkins. I have been with VoiceCorps since 1980 as a full-time technician, broadcast director of operations for a while from 1986 until 2022. And I'm now part-time currently. I work weekends and take care of the weekend stuff. Myself personally, I have had a 50-year broadcast career. Actually, I did my first radio show when I was 12 years old at the radio station, current carrier radio station at the Ohio State School for the Blind. So I guess I could almost stretch it, and if I really want to feel old, say I've been in broadcasting almost 60 years. But I love radio. You know, it's the only marriage I've ever had that worked. I mean, radio is just... My mom used to tell me stories that I would make microphones out of Tinker Toys and walk around and interview people when I was like 5 or 6. So radio found me, and I love this organization.
So would you like to dive into a little bit? Obviously, I know a lot about VoiceCorps. My husband is a reader with the organization, but do you want to let the listeners and the viewers know a little bit about what your organization does, who you serve, and why it's so important to the Central Ohio and beyond community?
Absolutely. So VoiceCorps is a radio reading service where we do exactly what that says. We have volunteer-read print news, publications, including grocery ads, live readings of the Columbus Dispatch 7 days a week. We are a 365, 7-day, 24 hours a day show where it helps to connect people that don't have access to print media. So those with low vision or with blindness or possibly have a limb difference where being able to turn physical pages is not possible. Maybe it's those that might have ALS or Parkinson's where, again, physical handling of the paper may not be there. And also those that have a cognitive difference or possibly a developmental difference where they are not able to actually read print. We try to bridge that information equity gap to allow everyone to connect with print media the way that they want to. We have a number of different titles. Chuck is well aware of that, a number of different shows that we have on a regular basis. Nothing can beat listening to someone describe a comic strip or listening to Dear Abby in the morning. It really can be the best part of someone's day.
It is so great because, again, with Justin being part of this community and volunteering, it is just so soothing to be able to have access to that information and to be able to go about your day and download that information, but also have that resource for such a important population within the Central Ohio area. So are you just focused in Central Ohio, or where all does your reach go?
Sure. We actually are in 58 of Ohio's 88 counties. Actually, I think it might be 68. It's 68. And we go from the northwest corner of the state down to the southeast corner. Okay. So Toledo up to the Archbold area in the northwest, down to the Meigs County, Jackson area to the southeast. So if we're thinking about Ohio and the different populations that we serve, yes, there are some discrete populations we can identify, right? Those that might have an accessibility to print challenge. But within that, Ohio is very diverse. Mm-hmm. There is an Appalachian culture. There are Amish cultures and very rural spaces that may not otherwise be connected to services, technology services to help support them. Mm-hmm. Our accessibility is amazing because in these areas across the state, we are available as a subcarrier for the public radio or public television stations. Someone's able to see us on rabbit ear TV in all of our different markets just by turning to the channel that's there. Here in Central Ohio, it's 34.7. Yep. Is that correct?
Yep.
On over-the-air television, and they're able to hear the VoiceCorps broadcast live. So we do try to meet all of our consumers where they are and make certain that the same way someone can go to the store and pick up a newspaper to hear or read the daily news, that VoiceCorps is able to provide it for them.
And that is so important because especially having that ability for just that one facet to help that population and help this community. I mean, you see so many different things every day, especially when you're working within this organization that, maybe there are room for pause and for people to maybe step back, or organizations or communities to be like, hey, maybe we need to address and make sure that information can be downloaded by all people. So if there is maybe a corporation or organization out there that is listening or watching this today, what would be one thing that they could help give back to not only your organization, but also that community in general?
Well, I will say, and Chuck, I would love for you to provide your insight. I've been with the organization a little over a year, and the deepest impact an organization or an individual can make is empathy and compassion. Someone being able to really think about their neighbors and their family members as entitled and deserving of full, robust lives as the fully sighted, and we take it for granted. So empathy and compassion is the start of everything. And then choosing cultural sensitivity in approaching, and it's just a good way to live. So I think when someone starts with that, then the other ways to give will overflow. Certainly someone can give of their time in choosing to be a volunteer reader for us, but we are a very small and lean organization. We are exceptional stewards of the resources that are given to us, and in that respect, we could always use more hands to help get things done, but we also do need to have some financial infusion too. We are blessed to be able to have public and private funds, but as the world shifts and changes, we can't always rely on grants. So being able to have more people invested in our mission is what we need always.
Perfect. And Chuck, do you have anything that you would like to add? Or
Yeah, I think the service that this station provides is just amazing. I've been totally blind my whole life, which has been a blessing to me, but that's a whole nother issue we could talk about at some point. But I did not know what was in the Columbus Dispatch. I had no clue. And when I started working here in 1980 and I heard the Columbus Dispatch and other print publications, I'm like, I have been missing so much. And for someone who has just lost their sight, this is a chance for them to regain part of it, if you will, regain the access to print information that they had when they had vision. And when you are reading current events, you can talk intelligently, hopefully, with your friends about current events, and the fact that you're visually impaired, you become someone who just happens to be blind. And I think that's a huge thing. And another thing, especially these days, there's something about hearing a voice when you're all alone and by yourself, as a lot of our older listeners are. And we are that friendly voice. I mean, just having a friendly voice on in the house just gives the house more of a feeling of home. And I don't think you can put a value on that. I mean, it's just amazing what this organization does. I mean, people helping people, people reaching out to people. It is a people business. You can have all the technologies in the world, but I want to tell you something. I would rather hear, now don't get me wrong, I love the technologies, but I would much rather hear a person read to me than a synthesizer read to me.
That's so true. Yeah. And that it brings a whole human element to it. And it does feel very much like Friends. I mean, again, every time when Justin's reading and after his show's done, I feel like I know the next person that's going to come on, and it does just feel like a familiar voice and somebody who's like there on your side and wants you to continue to live the best life that you can.
We as humans love familiar things. There are certain things that remind us of comfort, and there are certain things that make us feel like home no matter where we are, right? And I will tell you, once you start listening to VoiceCorps, you can be halfway around the world and hear VoiceCorps, and we want to be your home.
So if there's somebody out there right now that is viewing or listening to this and they want to help be somebody's home for them and volunteer and read, what is the best way for somebody to reach out and volunteer their services?
Certainly. There is an online form on voicecorps.org under Get Involved that someone's able to fill out, and we're able to reach out to you. Our office hours are from 9 to 4 every day. Someone's able to call the office and speak to anyone here to just express I want to help, I want to give. And they're able to do that too. We are more than willing to work with whatever the best of someone is that they want to give us. And sometimes someone is an amazing writer. That means that's less writing that I need to do. So of course I would gladly take any assistance with that. Possibly it's someone that just simply says, I know these people that need to know about you. We need those feet on the street. We need the ambassadors. We need the advocates, not just for VoiceCorps, but for lifting up our message. And it really is enriching lives. It is the information equity. It is uplifting independence for people to really regain that bit of peace that they may have lost if there was some comorbidity or illness that caused them to lose their vision later in life. There are people, many people like Chuck, that have learned to navigate their worlds in very robust ways that listen to VoiceCorps. But there are many that are finding this new space in life where they might be grieving their eyesight. VoiceCorps is able to be in there and help them along that journey and to help them navigate. And it is really a privilege for us to be there too, because in addition to the print publications, we have talk shows, live shows that we bring on guests and interview people. We do have Central Ohio's longest running sports show.
Yes.
So that is really pretty exciting to be able to say that. So our accessibility programming, it is not just, okay, I'm going to read the essence or variety today. We want to meet everyone where they are, and sometimes that is just having a good laugh. Every evening, is it 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, we have an entertainment show on old time radio in the evenings. It is, we know that the human experience is multifaceted, and there is no single monolith of what someone needs or wants in their life. So we try to reach out and help people have as full of life as they can. Chuck, I know, has been very instrumental in helping to build that out for us, and
thank you.
also helping me to have the language and knowledge of the community that we serve. So I am daily amazed by Chuck's technology know-how, and also his grace in allowing me and all of us to better comport ourselves to being responsible and responsive to this community.
Well, thank you. You know, one thing, if you want to really wear out family members and test family relationships, you call a family member and ask them to read the obituaries or the grocery ads to you. I guarantee you, they're gonna stop taking your phone calls after a while. And we do that every week. We read obituaries, read grocery ads, we read department store ads. We're basically, I don't know, I guess you can edit this out if this doesn't work, and I haven't ran this slogan by anybody, but I like to think of us as eyes that work for those that can't.
Wow. Yeah. That's a great
And
one.
I tell people who have just lost their blindness. Yeah, good, Chuck. I tell people who have just lost their sight, look, you're not alone. It's okay to lose your sight, but don't lose your vision.
Yeah.
Keep your vision. And that's what this station is, vision providing.
It's
We let
beautiful.
people know that they are not alone, and we are right here with them, helping them, and we love doing it.
Yeah, that's, I mean, no, and to cut, like, we're all good. Like, that is it right there. And it's amazing the work that this organization is doing. And I'm just so glad that, you guys have been here for 50 years, which is just amazing within the Central Ohio community. And if there's somebody that is, tuning in today, and maybe they or somebody that they know could really benefit from your services, how does somebody go about that?
Certainly. So we are available through digital stream at voicecorps.org.
Okay.
Just clicking listen live, someone is able to tune in to what is on our station presently. We have on-demand programming, which is also accessible through voicecorps.org, but we also are available through Amazon Alexa devices. It's so easy to simply give a single command to your Amazon Alexa device to train it, and then they just need to say, Alexa, play VoiceCorps, and then they will be tuned in to our live broadcast at that time. There are SCA radios. Essentially, they're closed-circuit radios that VoiceCorps can loan at no charge
Okay.
to individuals where simply when they turn it on, they're hearing VoiceCorps.
Oh, nice.
That's not available in all markets, but in Central Ohio, it definitely is available. And sometimes for people that may have broadband or internet access issues, or may not have a television, because if they're not sighted any longer, that just may not be important to them, they're able to turn on the radio and listen to us. And then, of course, the Rabbit Ear TV, where people are able to hear us on the select stations in their specific region to be able to hear our broadcast 24/7 there also. So
Nice.
we try to make it as accessible as possible because we know that of the different challenges that our listeners may have, tuning into us should not be one of them.
Yes, correct. I mean, you have so many different resources out there, so it's great. A lot of those I didn't know about. I mean, I knew about a few of them through Justin, but obviously there's just so much out there that you are providing to the community. So that's just, I mean, again, thank you for everything that you do. And as you are, 50 years behind you and looking towards the future, I know we hit on this just a little bit, but what do you see the future of VoiceCorps being, and how are there ways that maybe corporations or individuals or what have you can help achieve that vision?
Absolutely. So we live in an interesting time where the pace of media and technology is moving faster and faster and faster. And demographically, the listeners that are in their 50s and 60s, this is an age group which has grown up with media. Yes, it's still kind of outpacing some of us, but we're familiar with it. And we are, as an organization, looking at having a podcast, or excuse me, having an app where we have podcast type features and where we have on-demand programming. We have our live show. Again, the portability, meeting people where they are, having technology at people's fingertips, it's becoming more of a mainstay. And that is a way that VoiceCorps can stay relevant and stay a part of people's lives. So where do I see VoiceCorps and reading services in general in the future? I still see us being around because even though technology shifts and changes, what we know about culture is that unfortunately those with disabilities are not always considered. And until we have that culture shift, there will always be a need for VoiceCorps. I would love for us to not be needed. Please.
Seriously.
I want if we're able to get society to put us all out of a job because there are structures and systems in place so that our listeners are cared for and thought of and considered, I will gladly take my stuff and go home. Please.
Yeah, I mean, that would
seriously.
be perfect. I mean, that ideal, honestly, that everybody is looked out for in the same capacity.
Right. And for corporations, organizations, and individuals with resources, we have our annual fundraiser. Every year, it's our major fundraiser, the David Leapsham Memorial Golf Outing. So it's for people that golf well, those that want to golf and have never golfed because it's just a scramble. There's no competition. Well, there are some golf games that are played. Can you tell that I'm really
Right. I was like,
a
hey,
robust
Dana,
golfer?
I'm here with you.
So there might be some competitions that are played, but it's a wonderful day on a private course here in Central Ohio that brings together supporters of VoiceCorps, and I consider everyone that attends as being a philanthropist because our entry fee is not much, but they know that they're giving, where people can choose to spend their golfing dollars anywhere. To choose to spend an afternoon with us golfing is important.
Yeah. Beautiful. And then, as we kind of wrap up, and obviously all the information will be below so that people can access that. But is there any final words or parting messaging that you would like to leave the viewers and the listeners with today?
Absolutely. voicecorps.org/donate.
Okay. Yes. Correct.
Or /give. Both of those will work. That will show multiple ways of engagement, from volunteering to being able to donate from $1 a week. We have recurring donations or else a major gift as well. Please consider VoiceCorps not just for yourself and whom you think could benefit from it, but also thinking about, again, our neighbors, our family, our friends, our community, and wanting to make certain that the same resources that the fully sighted people in our world have, that our neighbors are able to have too. So yes, please donate. I wouldn't be a very good marketing and development director if I did not make the hard ask. So this is my very explicit ask. But then also, I do want people to continue to evolve their compassion, empathy, and also dig deep, learn, ask questions, have those hard conversations that might make you uncomfortable, just to increase your understanding, to be a better human.
Correct. Yeah. I think, Chuck, anything that you would like to leave everybody with?
Well, I think VoiceCorps is such a wonderful service. All of us down here enjoy what we do, and I've always been of the opinion that if you love what you do, you never go to work a day in your life. And when you stop enjoying what you do every day, it's time to change what you do every day. And that's why I've been in radio for 50 years, and that's why I'm so glad to have been working with this organization for so long, because the station's my life, you know? I love what the station does. I love what it stands for. I love the fact that I press a button and it lets people hear news. It lets people hear a friendly voice. And for any corporate people who might be listening, volunteer. Whatever you can do to help would be greatly appreciated. I've discovered whenever I'm depressed, whenever I want to start feeling better, I start doing something for somebody else. Boy, that's a huge help, believe me. So, hey, we're all waiting on you to come and volunteer or be a part of this service, and I'd like to shake hands with every one of you and welcome you.
Yeah. Well, thank you both so much for inviting us in and letting us highlight such a impactful and meaningful organization here in Central Ohio. So I really appreciate you both taking time today to allow us to do this.
Well, we are blessed to have you here, and please come back often.
Yes. Thank you, Nathan. And also thank you, Justin.
Thank you, Justin. Well, I don't know if we should go that far.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love that. Perfect. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
Yeah. Well, I hope you learned a little bit about what VoiceCorps is doing within the Central Ohio and further region with this population. It is such important work, so I challenge you, if you can, find a way to volunteer with this organization, give back, whatever you can do. Or if there's another nonprofit that you would love to highlight or you would love me to go out and interview, I am always open to learning more about great organizations within this community that continue to build the community and make it stronger. So again, my name is C-Bus Nathan. I put out videos every Friday with nonprofit highlights, market stats, things around the real estate market, and just Columbus in general. So if that's something that is interesting to you, make sure that you like, subscribe, follow along, and until next Friday, I hope you have a great week.